Yo, this is Christian, and today I want to answer a question. And probably I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, as usual, from people that are a bit sensitive, but I want to be upfront with you. And the question is, can anyone learn to code? Well, you know, if you know me, you know what I will be about to say, right? But let's try to define this question, okay? What does it mean to learn to code? Let me ask you another question. What does it mean to become a painter? Okay, because I can give anyone a paintbrush, a canvas, and some red paint, and they can start making lines on the canvas. Are they a painter? I can give anyone a piano, and they can start tapping on the keys. Is that a musician? Right? So learning to code is pretty much the same. Are you a coder if you just create an HTML file with some CSS and some JavaScript that will console log hello world? Is that a coder? Does that mean you learn to code? What does it mean? What does this question entails, right? What does it actually mean to be a coder? Now, learning to code is one thing, getting the job is another thing, okay? And pretty much a lot of people are making this confusion, and I absolutely hate people that are saying anyone can learn to code, which means anyone can get a dev job, right? Anyone can be paid to write code. This is absolutely false, okay? And I've been talking to people, and I've been seeing people, I've been observing people to see what they do, right? When it comes to making this career change. I don't believe anyone can become a programmer, okay? It's pretty much impossible. You can look around, right? You have friends, probably. I do. And then you'll notice that some of them, they are dumb as fuck, right? Some people are dumb as fuck. And when you hear anyone can become a programmer, does that mean that your dumb friend can become a programmer? Probably you'll doubt it. Probably you'll doubt it. And that's why when one of your favorite influencers that are hyping you up is telling you something like anyone can learn to code, anyone can become a developer, it sounds good, right? But you don't believe them 100%. And the reason why is because not anyone can become a programmer, and you absolutely know it. So what does it take to become a programmer? Or what does it take to become a high performer in any industry, right? Because learning code, making music, having a business, becoming a painter, right? They are all high performance jobs, right? They are high performance skills where you have to think and you have to be a savage, okay? I've done pretty much all of those things that I've just mentioned. I'm a signed artist on Spotify, I've been a developer, and I've been a successful developer. I've been in the best art school in Romania, and I was self-taught as well. Now I have a very performant business. Why? Because I'm a savage, okay? And right now I'm making this content in a way where I'm gonna repulse the dumb people, okay? So if you're watching this video and if you don't feel offended by what I'm telling you, that means your mind is intact. You still have a chance, okay? So I congratulate you for that. Otherwise, you'll be absolutely offended and you'll be like reporting me to YouTube and saying how crazy I am, right? But it makes sense, right? Not anyone can learn this skill. And there are a few different paths that a developer can take, okay? So you can be a freelancer on Fiverr. Then the next step is becoming a freelancer on Upwork, right? Then is working for a startup. Then is working for a corporation. Then is working for a fan company like Google, Facebook, Amazon, Microsoft, all those. And for all these 5 career paths, you need different skills. Obviously, the last one is the most complicated one. But it doesn't mean that if it's more complicated, you'll be making more money. Maybe for FANG, yeah, you'll be making the most money out of all of them, but if you work for a corporation or for a startup, you might be making the same amount of money. Same if you are working either for Upwork or on Fiverr, right? You'll be making the same amount of money. So you kind of need to figure out what is your end goal, right? If you figure out your end goal, you can understand what kind of work is required from you. But definitely not anyone can work at FANG, right? I've tried to get into Facebook. It was one of my dreams to be like validated for being a good developer. I wanted to get into Facebook, and then I realized if I would have gotten into Facebook with my attitude, I would be fired straight away because I'm not a social justice warrior. And then I was thinking, do I really want to be a cog in the wheel? That was my thinking. Do I really want to be a cog in the wheel just to validate myself? Probably not. I always liked doing stuff for my own, for myself, right? So a natural inclination was to become, to have a business of some sorts, right? Now, you have to treat everything that I'm saying with a grain of salt, and you have to think about if what I'm saying is actually true, okay? The same with your favorite influencer. You should be thinking, is this guy or girl saying things because it sounds good and it's made for likes? Or does this thing that this person says, it's because they want my best interest? Now, another thing that you have to consider is that a lot of people will give you advice based on their experience, okay? If some influencers, some of your favorite influencers got hired in 12 months, they will tell you what they did that led them to getting hired in 12 months. If I tell you what I did, it's gonna be the same thing. But the difference between me and the rest of the influencers is that I have cultivated an ability for reading people extremely well. So I understand that different people need different things. Even the roadmap that I have, sometimes I have to adapt it for the person that I'm talking with, because some people get it faster than others. Some people are slower, some people are faster. So with some people I have to adjust different things. For some people I have to learn new things, right? This is the difference between me and your regular influencer. And to be honest, the way I've done it to get inside the industry was pretty smart, but I wasted a lot of months, right? So if I would tell you what I did, you'll be wasting 11 months. But if I would tell you what I would do for you, then I would say, hey, this should take you 5 months if you do these things every single day, or it might take you 3 months, right? Because if I talk with a guy that's learning computer science right now, I'll be like, dude, in 3 months I can sort you out. If I speak with a 37-year-old that has been doing the same job for the past 20 years, I'll say, bro, it's gonna take you maybe a year, and the first 2 months should be mindset work and logic work, you know, with one of those apps on your phone, right? To start to make your brain work. But all these things can be done only if the subject that has to do the work is willing to do anything in their power to get where they want to get. I'm literally 10% of that. Okay, I'm like gasoline thrown on this candle, right? But if this candle has no light, that gasoline is gonna do nothing, right? Or if I throw too much gasoline, I'm gonna completely die out this flame. So this is my opinion on this subject, and it's not politically correct, and I don't believe anyone can get into the industry, and that's good. That's good, because if anyone could get in, then the salaries will go lower, right? There is too much supply and not enough demand. You have to think about that. So right now we are still good for the next few years. I still believe it's gonna be good for the next 10 years. As I said, most people are dumb, and they are getting dumber and dumber every year because of social media, Netflix and all these things. And they don't have time, and they don't have the ability to focus and to be determined for a long period of time without seeing returns on their time that they have invested into learning the skill. So this is what you have to keep in mind. Don't worry about the competition, worry about what you can do today to get better at coding, rather than what some other schmuck did to get hired. There are certain principles that I've been talking about in my YouTube videos, in my YouTube content. Also, if you join the Facebook group, you can ask me questions directly. Maybe I can help you solve one of your issues, right? The link for that is in the description. But at the end of the day, it's up to you what you do and how far are you willing to go to conquer the day. So when you go to bed, you put your head on the pillow and you say, today I've done everything in my powers to get where I want to get. Because another day is gonna pass, another week is gonna pass, another month is gonna pass. And if you are today where you were last month, time is passing and you're getting older and older every single day. So make sure that what you're doing is working in your favor. If you want to work with me directly, there is a link in the description. You'll apply for a free consultation call. We'll see exactly where you are, where you want to get, and we'll show you exactly what we do for you to get you there. If you're not ready for that and you still want to linger around, that's fine. But there is the free Facebook group where I go live every weekend on Sunday at 5 p.m. CET. You can come in and ask me any questions. If you can make posts, I guess you can ask questions in there. There are other students of mine that are in there. I do special events sometimes. I go over different topics a bit more in depth than on this YouTube channel. So that Facebook group is a complement to this YouTube channel. So you can get in touch with me directly over there. I hope you like this new lens, this new setup. It's pretty good. I love it. So yeah, until next time, Christian.